fellow model car builders. My name is Ken Baird, also known as the GeoDoctor_CL. I'm here in my office, what I call my man cave. This is where I do all my model building. Now, just in case there's some confusion, don't get me confused with Dr. Cranky. I know Dr. Cranky works in the laboratory. I work in my office. But I've been GeoDoctor now for over 15 years. Started way back when there used to be GeoCities, which was a community of people who used to have online websites. And I used to teach HTML and help people with that, and I also did some counseling on medical issues and issues with people who had lost loved ones. And I eventually got to handle GeoDoctor, and it's just stuck with me now for the last 15 years. I'm an ex-paramedic firefighter. I got hurt 28 years ago seriously. As you can tell, I'm in an electric wheelchair and I don't walk. I have a spinal cord injury, and both my arms are goofed up also. The nerves in my arms were crushed. That's why I wear these protective pads to protect the nerves in my forearms, and these support my hands. I have no feeling in my fingertips, I have no feeling in my hands, and control is very difficult. So what you would build in 10 minutes might take me 8 hours to build. But that's not the complaint. It's like Dr. Cranky always says, it's the journey, it's the build, that's the fun. And that's what it is for me. It's great therapy, it's my art, I love it, I love sharing with other model builders. But where I live, in a little town of McGregor, Canada, we have absolutely nobody to turn to. I'm just on my own. Just a little tiny town, and there may be 2,400 people, and that's if you count the cows, the chickens, the tomatoes, the deer, and the rabbits. Anyways, I've got some shout outs I want to do today to some of the people who are really inspiring me big time to get on with the YouTube community. First one I'd like to say shout out to and say a big hi to is Dave Parker from Scale Auto Customs in Northern California. Howdy, Dave. Nice to finally say hi. Dave, I thank you so much for your builds. They're very, very inspirational. You're a very talented man. I know you're a rattle can painter and you just got yourself a new airbrush. Stick with it, Dave. You'll love the airbrush, and I can only imagine that a man with your talents, with your airbrush, you're just going to be invincible. You'll be unstoppable. Enjoy. Detroit Muscle 59. Hello, brother. I'm probably 45 minutes away from you. If you can make contact with me, my email address will be at the end of the video. Please contact me. I'd love to have a chance to meet up with you and talk a little bit of shop. You're a fantastic modeler. I love your builds. I'm sure there's a ton you could teach me. Badass Canadian, you're another one who is, I've subscribed to your channel also. You're a fantastic builder. If I can ascertain, you're in Hamilton, so you're about 3.5 hours northwest of me, and just love to make touch with you, brother, and see if we can't share some stuff. I'd like to make a call out to Eddie Block and to Amity Cathy, which I believe is a husband-wife team. Your builds are solid, they're beautiful, they're fantastic, they're clean, and as diverse as what you and she are. Keep the eye candy coming. To Fast Jimmy 71, Jimmy, I love your videos. They are funny, they're humorous. I could watch them all day long. I love your little granddaughter. I've got one the same age. She looks like she could be a future model builder and champion. Keep with her, Jimmy. Don't ever be embarrassed to have her on your video. I love Poker Guy, Yaw Performance, fantastic builds. I subscribe to both of you. Please keep the eye candy coming. JC Klein, I know you're big with KPM, JC. I have absolutely no idea how to make contact with KPM. I'd like to belong to a builder's club. I've checked Facebook. There's nowhere on Facebook that I can make a contact with you fellas. So maybe if you could, JC, give me a shout out and let me know what's going on. Jim Marksberry, I love your videos. I love your laid back country way, Jim. You're just a joy to be around and your builds are outstanding. Mark Hemman, Redneck 7381, fantastic builds again. You guys are great to watch. Tons to learn from both of you. The Old Boy PR, I just got to tell you, I love your videos. Your humor is priceless. Your builds are out of this world. Please keep posting and keep up the good work. One young man that I watch quite a bit, and I would highly encourage anybody, if you haven't found him yet, his name is Zelcam, Z-E-L-C-A-M. He's from somewhere in France. And this young man just works magic with cars. He takes any vehicle and can turn it into a station wagon. And his station wagons are beautiful and unbeatable. Zelcam, très bien, merci. And keep on building, keep on posting. There's so much to learn. The last person I want to make a shout out today, it's very, very personal to me. This man means a lot to me. I have his book right here. You'll all recognize Dr. Cranky. Don't know the full protocols yet about doing a YouTube video. But Mr. Suarez, Dr. Cranky, I thank you so much for posting this book and writing this book. I read the whole book like in 3 days. This is one of the most unselfish things I've ever read in my life. It's an inspirational guide to every builder, no matter how experienced you are. And Cranky pays tribute to a lot of the people in his life who have influenced him. He gives you a lot of helpful hints as to what you can and cannot do with your model builds. Dr. Cranky, I thank you so much, and just please know that you're still a continuing influence in my life. I thank you again for the book. I only wished I had got it signed and dated before I got it from you. It's just a fantastic book, and it's certainly going to stay in my library of modeling equipment. Now, I've got some models I want to show you later on. I've built 8 models so far this year. I don't want this video to go on too long, so I'm going to break it up, and then I would really like to dedicate part of that video to Dr. Cranky. I want to get in on the build that's due, I believe, January 1st or in around that date, and it has to do with the polishing and the buffing out of a bare outside car. No paint, no clear coat, just polish and elbow grease and sanding it out. I know we can do with the engine as we want, we can do the interiors the way we want, but the outside has to remain box stock. So I've picked out a car, I've even picked out a special engine for this vehicle. I want to present it to you, Dr. Cranky, and get your approval that this would be a vehicle that would be acceptable to go into this contest. And then I'm humbly going to throw my hat into the ring with the rest of you phenomenal builders and just let the chips fall where they may. So the lady behind the camera today is my best friend, my hero, my wife, Elaine. I have to shout out to her at all times because, fellas, if it wasn't for my wife, I wouldn't have survived 68 hospitalizations. A guy like me takes a lot of care, he takes a lot of work, takes a lot of love, and this woman has it all packed in her heart. She is my hero. She's the love of my life, been my best friend for 34 years, and once again, here she is helping me out to communicate with you guys so that I can further my hobby. And I love you, Elaine, and I love you for helping me out with this. And as always, you're always there to help encourage me along. All right, this is the Geo Doctor from McGregor, Ontario, Canada, signing off. And I hope to be back to you sometime today with part 2 of this video. And I'll show you some of my humble builds. They're nothing to what you guys build, but it's the best these hands and this body can do at this time. Okay, guys, see you in a while. Peace, love, good health. Take care.